From my ancestral lineage, image of villages fleeing from pillages. Monaco syllabus revealed to us many Kufu. Dialect hotel Ubuntu. In my eye, dining on veggie dishes and top spots. My cyclops, third eye vision, took tales of Aesop. Bloodstone and amethyst, healing crystals that I rock. As I watch the industry serve wealth, I meditate, learn self, plant seeds, cause seeds indeed need help. Give yours to Caesar. I'm an energy retriever and receiver of the deeper wisdoms of our elder teachers. I'm a seeker of the light, melanated, see the night in my physical form. Original man born before war. We elevating education, reignited, reading my camp to study evil, reason why they writing no war. Over the eyelid, the pilot lit, I spit elixir. The evidence on evidences mixes vociferous with this. No biting tongue, belly lung, liver feeling that leroy glow. Shot with healing, dealing with the fallen decks. A well-fed INS, brand names buying less. Lot to learn, I confess.
Peace, family. How's everybody doing? I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of A Way of Life. I am a career and business coach using astrology. And today I'm coming on here to talk about the weekly astrology for April 25th through May 1st. If you could believe that at all, we are already at the end of the month. And this is a big month. This is a packed week because we have Eclipse happening this week. So let's see. I have to pull up my notes, y'all. So we start the week off right where we left off with the moon in Pisces. Actually, we had a moon void last week and then it went into Pisces. So really a nice transition energetically wise. So the energy is going to flow from Sunday into Monday, which I really, really like. This is also an eclipse week, like I was saying. So major changes coming into your life. If you want more on on your eclipses, specifically to you and your chart, you can email me for more information. I also have all my information updated now in my inbox. As you can see, I'm doing lives now on my laptop. Finally, I got that back. So if you want a personal reading just to see what's going on with you or your life path, you can also send me an email on that, or again, check the information in the description box below to get your weekly horoscope as well. Again, specifically to you, and all you need is your date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth. And you'll get your weekly horoscope in advance, a week in advance every Saturday. And if you just want more information, again, family, just hit me up. Make sure you please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell if you like what we do here and you appreciate this content, so that you're notified every time we go live. I appreciate you in advance. I did I got to add my website link to YouTube so that you can click there too, because I do videos on Anchor, and so you can get all my video podcasts on my website, as well as everything else that I'm speaking about here. So feel free to go over there and check that out. Yeah, man, we're getting there. We're working on stuff. We're getting back on track, And so Monday, the moon in Pisces, this is sensitive, creative, and compassionate energy. The moon will be in harmony with the sun in Taurus, which I also like that energetic flow as well, because water feeds the earth, it waters the earth. And so this will be a comfortable and flow feeling as well. And then the moon in Pisces will cross over Mars in Pisces. So Mars in Pisces, not so much. It's not as compatible as the Pisces and Taurus energy. But what I do like about this is that it's going to help you move forward with any Pisces things that you got going on. And this is good because, as you know, we've been having a lot of Pisces transits trickling down, right? And so now that we're in eclipse, the eclipse week, I feel like what Mars does is help cut out the BS, any illusions, delusions, the lower vibrations of Pisces, cutting out any addictions, lack of clarity, fogginess, confusion. It's like Mars is going to help Pisces get real clear on the direction in which they're going in, their intuition, how to follow it, having faith in the process of everything that you've worked on. You're even going to feel really motivated and like a high vibration to that. Even though Mars doesn't do well in Pisces, that's still the energy that comes with that. Now, obviously, this can still force you to do all the lower vibrational things that Mars does so well, which is to have you thinking things, not thinking before acting. Pisces has no boundaries. So already, um, this is not good for sex, guys. I mean, it could be good or bad. You could have the best sex of your life and then never see that person again type energy. So you really have to, like be mindful of the decisions that you make at this time and whether or not they're for the best, for your best purposes in life. They're going to feel you some kind of value or something. So staying more on the spiritual side, Mars and Pisces is great at meditating and being able to go inward to ask those questions and really think things through. Or maybe you're doing a retreat, some ayahuasca stuff. This is definitely that type of energy there. You'll be more motivated to even try it or take a risk on doing something like that if it's something that you thought of, but then was like, but I'm really scared of like what's happened, especially if you hear all the stories that come with it. Going to a spiritual retreat and doing some ayahuasca is like, I don't know if I want to experience that part. But Mars will kind of give you the courage to just, you know what, I really need this right now. I need some answers. I want to go deeper. I'm trying to find my past life or, whatever. Mars would really help you do something like that, helping you get around some mental health issues, mental wellness, and getting out of your mind, or even being able to move within the BS within your mind, right? This could also be passionate about traveling, going somewhere on a boat cruise, specifically. Travel with Pisces is by water, but it could literally be long distance travel because Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces. And so long distance travel as well. You'll get the courage to do that. Now, obviously, on the other hand of that, like I'm saying, family, you can always have problems with all of these things as well because Mars and Pisces there. And I'll do a bigger video on that and what that could be with just Mars, talking about just Mars and Pisces when we get there. But until then, that's about the gist of it. You'll have a lot of passion and drive and enthusiasm. And on the opposite side of that, it can also be very irritating and anxiety ridden. Yeah. So then Tuesday, the moon's still in Pisces. So pretty much the same energy from the previous day we're bringing into Tuesday. And then Mercury will be in harmony with Jupiter. And because Jupiter is still in Pisces at the moment, I like this even better because, again, now we're having the conversations. We're really thinking things through about all those Pisces trends. What did Pisces season teach you? What did you get out of it? What do you need to learn more of? And what are you going to do to implement those things within your life? What are you letting go from Pisces season? Are you letting go of the lack of clarity, the lack of direction, the confusion, addictions, whatever was coming up for you for that entire season and even into the middle of this month. And then the moon in Pisces Oh, no, wait, sorry. This is definitely good for travel, said that. If you have any plans around education, studying, long term plans, marketing, advertising, teaching, publishing, broadcasting, if you're a YouTuber, doing anything on social media, writing, any artistic program or creative project that you have or you're trying to build, this will be great to start working on what that looks like for you, planning around that. Um, or I wouldn't say so much communication, because anytime I think about Mercury and let's see, where will Mercury be in? I gotta find that out. That would really help me. I mean, the bottom line is you can tend to talk a lot. That's just the bottom line. And with the moon in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces can be very gossipy, right? So making sure you're staying on the higher vibration of your conversation, your thinking, not overthinking, not over talking, being mindful to listen as well as, make sure you say what you have to say as well. Sometimes it's hard to do that with Mercury when you put Mercury, Pisces, and Jupiter together. This is great for public speaking, especially if you are in some kind of spiritual business or some kind of spiritual speech or book that you're doing. You got a lot of support there for doing things at this time. But overall, just genuinely, you're going to feel really upbeat and optimistic. I even think people are changing the way they're thinking, like morals, worldview, philosophies changing, even some spiritual practices, universal law here with Jupiter, really playing out in some way, shape, or form. Now, this could be legal stuff, right? Federal cases on the world stage coming out. Maybe if there was any secrets or lack of clarity around the confusion, some things could come to light at this time. And so it'll be really interesting to see what comes out. And then Wednesday, the moon moves into Aries, which can be very introspective, meditative. You could be worried and feel kind of stuck, like not really knowing what's going to happen next. Um, which is okay. I mean, I feel like it's definitely doing some internal work, right? Because we're talking about the moon. So you're doing some emotional assessments here. Um, but with Aries, I still feel like you get the opportunity to really work towards it, even though, again, Aries and the moon, not really on the same level. Um, but I still feel like you get to cut through some of the stuff because on a higher vibration, on a spiritual vibration, Aries is very good at, again, meditating. That is the guru to me, This is my karate person here. So, again, having tools of knowing what to do to go inward and be comfortable with doing that and doing the work. And then Venus will align with Neptune, which is just like, this is absolute yumminess, especially for artists, dancers, and creatives. Love life, you may really be reflecting on that at this time. Are you in a relationship that you want? Are you getting what you want out of it? And if not, can you salvage that? Is the other person willing to work with you? And what steps are you guys going to take to make sure that you are congruently working on that together to evolve within your relationship? And then you'll also have the empathy and compassion for others here with that Pisces energy or Neptune energy. And then Mercury is in harmony with Pluto. This is good, right? This is occult studies, transformation, counseling, all the divinations, right? Studying, researching, and Pluto is going to give you the focus to be able to do that. Now, this could also be money and finances and working on that part, breaking your thought patterns and how you think about money and your counseling and divinations and all that. So this is for me, a transformation. at the very least, Pluto and Mercury coming together is like a mastermind. I'm going to get to the bottom of why my life sucks and how can we make that better, or I'm ready to evolve, but where and how do I get started? Boom, Pluto's going to be like, all right, I got you. I got you covered. I know exactly which way to go. And then Friday, Pluto goes retrograde. This is just before the eclipse, right? And I'll be doing a bigger video on this, of course, but definitely go back to my last video to see what was going on with Pluto. Not to mention, I don't think we've really seen anything major just yet. And I feel so ignorant making that statement, but hear me out. Just hear me out for a minute. Because if you go back to that video, what you're also going to hear is me talking about Pluto return for America, right? You can go back to that video and listen to what I put in there as well. Two big things happening here, right? At that time, that's when the war started, right? Shortly after Pluto went direct, the war started. Or actually, since the Pluto on the Americans chart was and went into its return sign, it was the shortly after that was we had the war, right? And so that was an indicator, a marker in time that makes a really big statement of what to look forward to further down the line, right? And now Pluto is going retrograde. Okay. I just feel like since it's going back, now almost never these planets repeat any of the same reactions, right? So I'm not saying that we're going to have another war or something like that, but we are going to get the opportunity to go back and revisit everything from this point all the way back. And Pluto is a generational planet. So we're talking about, like I talked about in the Great Conjunction video, your 400 years of slavery and everything else that comes with that. But obviously, slavery is the biggest thing on my mind because Pluto is in Capricorn, and I talked all about that 2020 and broke all that down and what that means for people. But I still feel like this is where the real transformation starts for me, to be honest. But it could be that you feel worried or out of control, or on the opposite end of that, something really profound is shifting within you. So again, doing things like counseling, knowledge of self, meditating, introspection are all really good tools to use right now to get the most of this information. And then the moon moves into Taurus, which I actually really like because now we got two earth signs working together. And even though earth signs are really stubborn, let's just put it out there, right? I mean, thank God Capricorn's a cardinal, but Taurus is a fixed sign. Look at it. I'm going to tell you, like, change for people who don't like change and you're being forced to change is like a baby being born breech. Okay? I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with you. This shit's going to hurt. Like, it's going to be painful. And be careful with that Neptune energy where you might want to numb yourself and block it all out. Don't do that. Please don't do that. This could also be a lot of suicides. People taking their lives with Mars and Pisces, becoming the martyr, people wanting to fight for somebody else's cause. Meanwhile, you got problems that you need to deal with of your own. Any kind of escapism in the most destructive kinds of ways, really, you have to be careful with this coming up here. And so obviously, of course, I'm going straight to the world stage, right? We could probably see a lot of other stuff coming out with actors and famous people. They tend to be the ones who kind of show up the most in this because we don't know what's going on in people's personal lives, right? Definitely political stuff coming out here. We're obviously going to hear more about the war, although I think Mars and Pisces says an ending to the war, but we'll see, because like I said, Mars cuts things out, right? And so we're going to get to the spiritual aspects of it now. We're ready to evolve. We're over it. You know, we fought. Now, how are we going to resolve this? You know, and so maybe we can hear what are some of the solutions to all of this and what we're going to do, which I think we started to hear some of. I know that people are going to be coming here from Kiev. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm using words because I don't know. Okay. But definitely things about the borders and things of that nature, and even a whole bunch of other land changes with tourists, right? This could show up as weather, right? It could be some weather stuff coming up here, major weather things coming up here, especially earthquakes and things of that nature, or earth shifts as well, right? We could hear a lot of more about Earth projects and things coming up with this as well. So it'll be real interesting to see what comes out of this. But just remembering this spot is going to mark something in the sky to show us where we're going next. Mhm. Food shortages, we could probably hear some more stuff about that as well with this transit or energy. And then Saturday, we'll have the new moon solar eclipse. I don't know why I'm so excited about this, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so cheesy. Listen, I want to be upset, but here's the thing. I know that I've been doing a lot of work on myself, and I know I've come a really long way. And I, at this point, am really ready to reap some rewards. I know I'm not perfect. I know I have a lot more work to do. I am a work in progress, okay? But I want that. I'm dedicated to doing that, whatever it takes, right? And so for me, I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to see what next stages bring here. So again, family, if you want to know what this is for you, be sure to email me at info@awayoflyfe.net or just check all the information in the description box below. Okay, so this could definitely be a whole new path. Anytime eclipse season comes up, and I'll obviously be doing a bigger topic of discussion about this, but you can go back to my yearly 2022 videos where I broke all this down as well. But anytime you have an eclipse, it brings in a destruction. You could be like, I'm going to be a hairdresser and be doing really well up until this point, and then something happens, that earth shifts, right? And it says, this is spirit coming in now. It's like, yeah. Hairdressing for you is great, good job. But I want you to be a financial advisor. You know, and I'm just using that as a wild example. But literally, changes like this could come in. And it really depends on what house you're having it in that's going to tell the bigger story. But really, you could be on a whole new path, family. And then Venus is aligned with Jupiter. So people are going to be a lot more social. Be careful for overindulging because Jupiter is going to expand all things Venus. So, you know, we'll see what that is and what that looks like. But this could also be pleasure, your desires, your creativity, romance, entertaining, overspending, money stuff coming up here. Definitely stuff about money. So be mindful about that. And then Sunday, more of the same energy. And then Venus is now in harmony with Pluto. So this is deep, intimate connections, intense attraction. Be careful for the intense attraction piece. You could get a lot of people who have been watching you coming out at this time, and you may not have even known. Yeah, Venus and Pluto's like that. But on the higher vibration, this is a spiritual connection coming together, like around intimacy, Yeah, it could be great sex too. But this is two people who really, really, really want to get to know each other, and they're taking the time to do such. And because they've done that, now when they come together, that feeling is just, ooh, that's the best sex in the whole entire world. Okay. This could also be arts therapy or dark art. Um, Anytime I think of Venus and Pluto, I always think of like what's those little cartoon movies? They're real dark. I don't know. They're like Edward Scissorhands, but they're like in cartoon format or animation Disney format. It's dark, but it's like art. You know what I'm saying? It could definitely be stuff like that. You could receive money, and because it's Venus and Pluto, these are the unfortunate ways that you receive money, like from a death. So if that is happening to somebody, my heart goes out to you. Or again, you're very passionate and you have a desire for, psychology, counseling, changing your patterns, and all the divinations, right? So getting your spirituality, esoteric knowledge done here. And so, yeah, I like this week for the most part. I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot more crazier stuff going on, but I don't want to repeat myself. So when I do these videos on a larger scale, I'll go in more deep. And this is just to give you a glimpse of what to expect beforehand. So I'll be keeping you all in touch with that. I hope you found this information helpful. I love and appreciate you. Peace.